name is Matt. My world is film and online discourse.
Ryan Johnson ruined Star Wars. Zack Snyder is a hack.
Once, I was a nobody, a silent online road warrior searching for a righteous cause.
It's the MCU.
As the film world fell, each of us in our own way was broken. It was hard to know who was more crazy about the movies we watched. Me, or everyone else.
Let's get let's get into it. Hey movie fans, I'm Matt, and today we're looking at Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, starring Anya Taylor-Joy, Chris Hemsworth, Tom Burke, and is directed by the visionary master, George Miller. Now, if somehow you've lived your entire existence not experiencing the trials of Max Rokitansky, here's a brief history lesson for you. The world of Mad Max is set a few years from now, and it follows highway patrolman Max Rokitansky, who finds himself under constant assault by a ruthless biker gang amid a widespread societal collapse. Played by a young unknown Mel Gibson, the first film released in 1979 and became the top grossing Australian film and played a significant role in expanding the global market for Australian new wave cinema. And here's a fun fact for you. For 2 decades, it held the Guinness World Record for being the most profitable film ever made. Until 1999, when that was surpassed by, yeah, you guessed it, The Blair Witch Project. The film spawned 2 sequels in Mad Max 2, or The Road Warrior as it's known here in the States, in 1980, and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome in 1985 that also starred Tina Turner. Talk about inspired casting. And here's a statement I never thought I'd make. Thanks in part to George Miller and Dane Cook, I have one of my favorite and most quotable lines that I still use to this day.
Fly! Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch.
Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch. Seriously, I probably use that line at least once a week. A few years after the release of Beyond Thunderdome, Miller conceived the idea for the follow-up film Fury Road, but the film languished in the dreaded development hell for many years before pre-production commenced in 1998. Efforts to shoot the film in the 2000s encountered multiple delays due to the September 11 attacks, the Iraq War, and controversies surrounding star Mel Gibson because, well, if you know, you know. And in place of Fury Road, George Miller went on to direct the animated film Happy Feet. Is that true? Man, talk about switching it up. It wasn't until 2009 that Miller decided to revisit the project and announced that filming for Fury Road would finally begin in early 2011. And as you guessed it, there were more delays. The film finally did begin shooting in July of 2012 and was released in May of 2015. Now, I need to spend a quick minute on Fury Road for 2 reasons. One, because the film introduces us to the character of Furiosa, originally played by Charlize Theron, and more on that in a minute. But 2, and maybe more importantly, Fury Road is hailed as one of the greatest action movies ever put to screen, and it's 100% warranted. This statement can't be over-exaggerated. If somehow you have not treated yourself to the gift that is Fury Road, find the largest screen you possibly can with the brightest sound that you can muster together and buckle the f up, because it is one hell of a ride. Now, Charlize Theron as Furiosa in Fury Road serves as the dramatic core of the film, and unlike some modern storytelling where diversity can maybe feel forced, her character naturally exhibits the physicality and determination of a hero committed to the rescue mission. Now, Fury Road didn't light up the box office, but it's certainly gained a cult following since. And as fans clamored for a sequel to Fury Road, we were introduced to the idea of the prequel. Now, because of the development hell that Fury Road went through, George Miller and co-writer Nico Lathouris spent over 15 years fully fleshing out the film, developing detailed backstories, particularly of that of Furiosa. And 9 years after Fury Road, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, is finally here. Now, Furiosa both honors and expands upon its predecessors and is a powerful blend of intense action and intricate world building and standout performances. Fury Road set a high bar with its relentless action and minimal dialogue, relying heavily on visual storytelling. And Furiosa is similar, but it also takes a different approach by fleshing out the backstory and providing a richer context to the dystopian future. For newcomers who may not be familiar with the earlier films, this prequel offers a pretty comprehensive introduction to the Mad Max world and should enhance the understanding and hopefully appreciation for the series. George Miller once again masterfully constructs a vivid and wildly immersive environment that feels both expansive and detailed, adding layers to the narrative that were only hinted at in previous films. Now, I've seen people complain about it online, but one of my favorite standout elements of the film is the color and the color grading. From the vibrant oranges of the desert or the lush greens of the green place, the blues, the reds, and honestly, the entire film is just visually striking. Coupled with the distinct Miller visual feast is action sequences that are just as intense and visually stunning, and it really feels like George Miller has really set the standard now when it comes to these films. And you know, some may argue that it doesn't really quite surpass the high-octane spectacle of Fury Road, in which I would agree, but Furiosa certainly holds its own. The choreography and the cinematography and the visual effects really blend seamlessly together to deliver truly thrilling and artistically impressive scenes. George Miller's meticulous crafting of each action sequence showcases his dedication to top-notch cinema. He balances chaos with beauty and these high production values with creative vision. You guys are probably ready for me to move on because I've been talking about this for a good minute now, but it's great. And leading the charge in the film are its two leads, Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth. Anya Taylor-Joy is an outstanding actress, and this is no shade thrown at her, but I do have to say that it's tough not seeing Charlize Theron back as Furiosa. Miller chose to cast a younger actress for the role instead of relying on de-aging technology for Theron, citing concerns about the technology's uncanny valley effect, and I get it. It's still disappointing, but I get it. So Anya Taylor-Joy steps into some large shoes to fill, and she's great in this. I know I said it earlier, she's a wonderful actress, and as much as Charlize Theron may have made the role to begin with, Anya Taylor-Joy does an incredible job laying the groundwork for audiences to watch the transformation take place. Of course, most of the film, I'm seeing and thinking Anya Taylor-Joy, but by the end of the film, I'm seeing Charlize Theron, and I bought into the journey. But I think more impressive in the film is Chris Hemsworth as Dementus. Now, some may consider this a hot take, I don't know, but personally, I think Chris Hemsworth delivers what is arguably his best performance of his career. Obviously known primarily for his role as Thor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Hemsworth has often been typecast as the charming, muscular hero. In Furiosa, however, he breaks free from this mold, showcasing his versatility and depth as an actor. Hemsworth, who is Australian, had grown up watching the Mad Max films and reveled at the chance to be able to work with Miller. And here's another fun fact for you. In 2010, Chris Hemsworth actually applied for the lead role of Fury Road. Now, obviously, that role went to Tom Hardy, and Chris Hemsworth has explained that at the time he wasn't big enough of a star. But in the world of what if in Hollywood, man, what could have been? And I'm kind of glad it didn't happen because his portrayal in this film, and I mean this, it's a revelation. Hemsworth brings a new level of intensity and complexity to this character, and this performance stands out as the highlight of the film. And it really demonstrates his capability to take on more diverse and challenging roles. Chris, do more like this. Despite all of the strengths that I've talked about, Furiosa really only has one weakness. And if you've watched any of my other reviews, you know what's coming. At over 2.5 hours, the film's extended runtime is a bit challenging. Unlike Fury Road, which maintained that breakneck pace throughout, Furiosa really takes its time to develop its stories and characters. Now, obviously, this allows for that deeper world building and narrative complexity, but it also does slow the pace. Those viewers who are deeply invested in the Mad Max universe will likely appreciate the detailed storytelling, but casual viewers may find their attention waning during slower segments. Now, at the time of this recording, Furiosa had a surprisingly awful box office run, despite the high critic and audience scores. I mean, like, it did really bad. And despite its strong storytelling and exceptional acting and technical brilliance, the film has struggled to attract a wide audience. And this disparity highlights a broader issue within the film industry at this time, where outstanding movies fail to receive the attention that they deserve. And if you're a viewer who thinks that maybe this was some woke Hollywood agenda film, well then I'd push back on this particular film because it's not. But the perception of today's modern storytelling trope of the strong female lead in a prequel or sequel sidelining the titular character in a film that no one asked for can't be denied. Fans of Fury Road wanted a sequel. I was one of them. But it's also key to remember that George Miller envisioned doing it this way all those years ago while developing Fury Road. This just could be a case of bad timing. But at the end of the day, this film is outstanding. There's no hidden messages. It's just great storytelling, great action, and George Miller proves once again that he is one of the best. It is unfortunate though that a film of such high caliber with so much to offer may not reach as many viewers as it should. And because of the financial losses it sustained, this could very well be the end of the Mad Max universe. I certainly hope not though, because I would love to revisit this world again. With that being said, I highly recommend checking out Furiosa, a Mad Max saga one way or another. This film deserves to have an audience, and maybe as time moves forward, more people will appreciate the epic nature of this wonderful film. As always, I encourage you to watch the film and form your own opinion though. Let me know your thoughts about it down in the comments below and have your voices heard. Also, if you enjoyed this review, please like this video and subscribe to my channel to get more movie reviews from me. Your support is greatly appreciated. Next time we dive into the world of unsolved murders with a dash of the occult. Already being hailed as one of the scariest movies of the year, join me as we take a look at Longlegs. And in case you're unsure, this isn't the Madam Web sequel that the world has been clamoring for, but we can all dream. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys at the movies.